Hey everyone, welcome to another Pokemon Fusion Challenge. Today I'll be fusing Torchic and Eevee together to create Torvee. So let's get started with the eyes. I'm going to start by drawing an oval for the left eye, starting from the top, curve down to the bottom, and then back up to the top. We'll do the same thing on the right side, so we're going to leave a little gap in the center, starting at the top, curve down to the bottom, and then back up to the top. Let's draw in some highlights for the eye. So on the top edge of each eye, we're going to draw a curve, sort of a diagonal curve that goes across on both sides. Now we're going to draw in the pupil. So starting up on the left side here, we're going to curve down and then back up on the right side. Let's go ahead and color the center area in black. Go ahead and do the same thing on the right side. So starting up on the left side here, we'll curve down and then back up on the right. We'll color the inside area in black. From this point, we're going to draw in Torchic's beak. So in the middle, in between each of the eyes, we're going to draw a curve going up towards the middle. So starting on the left, curving up. And then we're going to curve down on the right side, so curving downwards. From here, I'm going to go across the bottom edge of the beak, but we're not going to close it off at the end here. We're going to leave a little gap and curve across. From here, we're going to go back to the outside and draw the bottom edge of the beak. So curving down. Now we're going to round out the bottom and curve up. So there's a little bit of an overlap on the right side here. We're going to take this point and just follow along the inside of the beak, all the way around. Let's draw in the tongue. So in the center of the bottom edge of the beak here, we're going to curve downwards. Let's give him some eyebrows. So up here, I'm just going to draw a little curve that comes down for Eevee's eyebrows. Now we're going to draw in Torchic's head. So it's basically a big oval. We're going to leave a gap at the top for the feathers. So up here, we're just going to curve down below the beak and then back up on the right side, again, leaving a gap at the top. So starting right here, we curve around side of the head, down towards the bottom, underneath the beak. We'll go back up to the top, leave a gap, and curve over the right side, and just merge the curves together, like so. Let's go ahead and draw in the feathers on the top of the head. So from these points, I'm going to curve out and up. The same thing on the right side. Now we're going to pull these in towards the middle, but we're going to leave a little gap in the middle here. So curving down and in on both sides. Now we're going to draw the center feather, but we're not going to draw it straight up. We're going to tilt it over towards the left. So from this side here, we're going to curve up towards the left, and we'll curve that down and just meet up with the right side. We're going to trace around these 3 points with larger feathers. So on the side here, we're going to step down and draw a curve going out to the outside on the left. Over here on the right, we're going to step over. We're going to curve sort of upwards, a little bit more higher than this one here. Now we're going to curve and aim towards that center point, but we're going to stop right about here. So curving in. Do the same thing on the right side. So aiming for that center point, but then again leaving a gap here. These 2 points are going to come up to the top. So the center feather, so right here, we're going to start at the top and curve and pull in towards us. Start at the top again and curve over to the right side. Okay, so we got the head. Let's get into the body. So we're going to draw in Eevee's mane around the neck here. So on the side of the head, we're going to start and just draw in some layered fur going down towards the bottom here. So on the side of the head, we're going to curve down and then just flick it out at the end. On the right side, we'll do the same thing. So curving down and then flicking that out. Now we're just going to draw a series of points that come down towards the center, down right about here. So from this point, I'm going to curve up. Now we're going to change direction. We're going to come in towards the center. Curving down. And we'll do a short curve going back up. And we're going to just keep doing this, repeating this all the way down until we get towards the center, right about here. Now from here, I want to do a little bit of an overlap, just to show there's some thickness to the fur. So I'm going to come up to about here and just intersect that line. Curving down, curving back up, curving down. We'll do one more point. So curving up. Now we're going to change directions. We're going to curve this way. We'll curve up. Now we're aiming towards that point on the right. Curve down, curve up, down. And now again, we're going to do a little longer line to show some thickness. We'll go right down here, do a little overlap, curving up, down, curve up. We'll do one more up here, come up to about here, and then we're just going to meet up with that point with an upwards curve. Draw a little bit more fur lines. We're just going to start underneath the chin. Just pull a couple lines down like that. Just pull some curves coming along. Okay, so we got the mane. Let's get into the body. So we're going to draw the 2 feet coming down this way. So I'm going to start with the one on the left side here. So underneath the mane, we're going to leave a little gap. I'm going to curve down and inward. So it's curving towards the right. From here, I'm going to curve the front of the foot, coming up. Now we're going to change direction. We're going to curve in the opposite direction and tuck that in underneath the mane. In here, we're going to draw some of the toe separations. So at the bottom, draw one curve and draw the second one. Now for the foot on the right, I don't want to draw it right beside it. I actually want to raise it up so it's almost like it's stepping forward. So right here, I'm going to curve it this way. So right on the side of the mane here, I'm going to curve down and then pull this back up. From here, I'm going to step back down and just draw a curve going in behind the mane. Up here, we're going to draw those toe separations, so 2 curves going upwards. From here, let's go to the back, to the hind leg, and draw one leg coming down this way. So for the back, we're going to start it right about here. We're just going to curve the back like this. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction just for the heel, curving out. We're going to draw a curve for the bottom of the foot, similar to what we did with the front. So down here, we want to make sure we don't go past the bottom of that foot. So we're going to curve down to the bottom and then curve this back up towards the left, so it's aiming that way. From here, I'm going to curve up just a bit. Now we're going to do an overlap and just draw the leg. So the little curve going up like that. From here, let's draw on the body. So right here, I'm just going to draw a curve in between the 2 legs. Let's do the toe separation. So 1 curve and then 2. Final thing, we're going to draw the big tail. We're going to draw Eevee's tail coming up the side here. So we're going to start this down in the back here. We're going to draw a big curve going all the way to the top. We're going to draw some fur separation. So curving down. We're going to curve up with a short curve. Now we're going to do a little S curve going back again. So we're going to come down, curve out towards the right, and then pull it straight down in behind. And then here we're going to draw some, the little patch separation. So a series of little curves that go across like this. Now we're going to vary the size. We're going to go big, we'll go small, do a little big one here, and one more, and just tuck that into the side of the tail there. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's our Torchic Eevee fusion. We'll call him Torvee. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.